was a great playmaker with size.
So my crazy prediction is that the Hawks draft Luka Doncic and the Mavs draft Trae Young, and we see a swap, including picks and... Called it. Yup, we did it, Mavs fans. We got our boy Luka Doncic. But we got some other picks as well, so let's grade each one of them. So our first prospect, Luka Doncic, was acquired in a trade that sent Trae Young to Atlanta and Luka to Mavs, which I did call, by the way. He was the third pick in the draft and could possibly be the steal of the draft. Arguably the best player in this year's draft, Luka could be the next elite player in the NBA. Luka fits perfectly into the Mavs system. Luka ran the pick and roll beautifully for Real Madrid, which Dallas always tends to go with. I could see him throwing up lobs to guys like Dwight Powell and hopefully a new center we acquired this offseason. Being a three-point shooter will create space for Dennis Smith, and he can also flourish under Dirk Nowitzki's mentorship, another Euro player who had to transition his game to the NBA. Some things Luka must work on is his explosiveness to the rim, which leads to contested shots, and his lateral quickness, which is causing him to have trouble defending against point guards. Overall, I have to give this pick an A. It would be an A+, but we did have to give up next year's draft pick. But if we play good this season and make the playoffs, that pick won't matter.
What a burger. You looking forward to it?
Our next pick is Jalen Brunson, who was selected 33rd overall in the draft, which could be a steal. Jalen Brunson is a two-time champion in the NCAA and won the National Player of the Year this year. The 6'4" point guard is a very efficient player with high consistent shooting percentages. He could put the ball in the basket, which is always a good thing. He isn't considered a playmaker though, as he did average 2 turnovers a game and only 4 assists per game. He struggles the same as Luka in his heavy-footedness, and his lateral quickness could be improved to defend against the more elite point guards in the game. I see Jalen as a solid backup point guard who could get good minutes if we lose a Yogi or Perea this offseason. Overall, I give this pick a B+. The third prospect the Mavericks took was Ray Spalding with the 56th pick in the draft. Ray Spalding is a 6'10" power forward from the University of Louisville. He put up a solid 12 points per game and 9 rebounds per game his last season. He moves well for his size and can defend multiple positions with his long arms. He's a good enough low post scorer and an excellent rim roller, which works great in the Mavs system. He takes a lot of mid-range jump shots, which he does not have a high consistency in making, and is a poor free throw shooter at 57%. There is a slight chance he makes the roster. If not, he could be one of the top players on the Mavs G League team. Overall, I give this pick a B. And with the last pick in the draft, the Mavs selected Kostas Antetokounmpo. I think we all know Kostas Antetokounmpo is the little brother of NBA star Giannis Antetokounmpo. Kostas is an extremely raw prospect but has great God-gifted physical attributes that got him to be selected in the draft. He's a 6'10" small forward who can move down to the 4. He has crazy speed and makes it difficult for his opponents to keep up with him. With this in mind, he can be an excellent roller to the basket, which we have discussed is vital in the Mavs system. His shooting percentage leaves much to be improved though, as he lacks in mid-range, 3-point, and free throw shooting, which he only shot 51% at. Offensively, he isn't that great of a player, but defense is his strong suit, as his long arms and good timing gives him lots of blocks and steals. I don't see him getting a roster spot, rather being a good player in the G League for the Texas Legends. Overall, I give this pick a C. That's it for this video. Did the Mavs get it right, or could we have improved somewhere? Comment below and let me hear your take. Also, make sure to leave a like, it means a lot.